targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
When my life was threatened. Thank you.
This video is brought to you by the AOC Tatum Store. The AOC Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 50% off items right here on the clearance rack, man. All your favorite stuff, we doing 50% off. I'm almost ashamed, but we got brand new stuff that we're trying to bring out that's actually off the chain. And so get that stuff out of here so we can get some new products in. My book is available right now for $25 for the signed copy. And we have all of the Tatum new premium merch. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best quality jacket you're going to get, and flannel. And we got some of the new products called Love. We got our Love line coming out, our noggin hats. I mean, all these things that we have are available for you are high quality. We ship them within 24 hours or 48 hours, depending on if it's a weekend. And you're going to get the best product in the conservative movement. So go on, link is in the description section. Use discount code GODFIRST. Get 20% off the entire store. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live, make a video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Like this video. Comment on this video. Share this video. Let's get into this. But I want to make another video about, you know, your girl AOC. She is the dumbest, fakest, outraged person I ever seen in my life. I don't even know how people fall for it. She's not even good at it. You know, when somebody's really angry and they have a cadence and they speak very clearly but boldly, and they have these flash points in the conversation where they're convincing, and they use voice inflection, and they say these things that make you feel compelled to listen to what they have to say. Some people are charismatic like that. AOC ain't. She's sitting there trying to be Martin Luther King. And she ain't Martin Luther King. She Martin Sluther Queen. Or maybe I call her Martin Sluther Queen. Maybe that's her new name. She ain't Martin Luther King. She's like the Wish version of Martin Luther King on her speech. Lady, if you ain't got it in you to yell like that, you ain't got no soul to put your message out there, just stop doing it. Just stop doing it. You ain't got it like that. Let's roll the clip from AOC.
Thank you. Now, as a fellow New Yorker, I think one of the things that we should talk about here is also one of the disgusting legacies after 9/11 has been the targeting and racism against Muslim Americans throughout the United States of America. And this is an extension of that legacy. Consistency, there is nothing consistent with the Republican Party's continued attack except for the racism and incitement of violence against women of color in this body. I had a member of the Republican caucus threaten my life, and you all and the Republican caucus rewarded him with one of the most prestigious committee assignments in this Congress. Don't tell me this is about consistency.
No!
Don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and an entire amount of tropes, and also elevated her to some of the highest committee assignments in this body. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
When my life was threatened. Thank you.
Is over. Lakers furious. They thought he was fouled. Oh, excuse me. And it's now overtime. LeBron James so upset. Regulation is over. We go to the 5-minute OT.
Y'all didn't see her bouncing, though. She more bounced to the ounce. She back there bouncing. They were coaching her up. Hey, AOC, you got to be more Martin Luther King. and less Karen. Be more Martin Luther King, less Karen. And she tried. All they had to do is let her go to a Baptist church a couple times, and wait to the end of the sermon when the pastor when they play the organ and the pastor hooping, and he put his head back and that's what she should have done. And God said in Deuteronomy 13:5, God wanted us to move over the face of the earth. And that's what she should have did. She should have listened to them and had the hoop going and sound like a scammy Seiko salesman pastor. AOC should be ashamed of herself. Crisis actor is what I call her. Really trying to sound deep, but you ain't deep, bro. You ain't deep. You about as shallow as the front end of the swimming pool. And your arguments are shallow. Ilhan Omar, who's an anti-Semite. Let me tell you how much of an anti-Semite Ilhan Omar is and how stupid AOC is defending her. By virtue of her religion, she's anti-Semitic. By virtue of being a Muslim, you are against you are against Jewish people, period. Now, somebody may want to say, oh, that's not true. I'm not, blah, 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 blah. What does the Quran say about the Jewish faith? What does it say about the Jewish faith? What does it say about any faith that's not Islam? You don't believe in Allah and Muhammad, his prophet, the final prophet. Listen, if another religion is saying and not acknowledging Muhammad as the final prophet, then in Islam, you are an infidel. You are not going to heaven. You can go down the list. Now, she exercised her hatred towards groups like that, prioritizing Palestine, all kinds of different things that you could argue that are anti-Semitic. She's anti-American more than anything, if you ask me. Now, when Republicans get in office, they say, look, you got to get up off the Intel Committee. I think it's the Intel Committee or one of these offices that has something to do with the fact that a person cannot be on a committee and be anti-Semitic, or be on a committee and be a religious zealot nut that hates America. And so AOC gets on her Martin Luther Queen rant and try to sound so deep and courageous. It's about black and brown women. No, it's not. It's about Republican Democrat. The Republicans in the office of Democrats cannot occupy these positions. They did the same thing when the Democrats take over and the Republicans had to sit down. These people are not genuine. And it's funny because AOC is definitely not genuine, but people cannot see her acting. She's up there really putting on a show. That's not genuine. That's not from her heart. That's not heartfelt. I can see that. I can see that clear as the noonday sun. That's not heartfelt. Somebody coached her. All of like Greta Thunberg and all these little nut jobs. They coach these people to try to make statements of I want to say grandeur, but that's not the word. They're here to make these statements to sound so deep and get you emotionally involved. Hopefully they get sound bites. And if they get some sound bites that got them sounding good, then you go donate to their campaign and you really think that they're doing something and they ain't doing nothing. So I wish that people could see through these individuals, Republican or Democrat. I'm not in the bed with either one of y'all. I believe in genuine behavior. I believe in authenticity. I'd rather you be authentically opposed to me than to be opposed to me because every black man tell you got to be opposed to me, or be opposed to me because I'm a conservative or I voted for Donald Trump. No, be genuinely opposed to me because you have a genuine perspective that's counter to mine. I'm totally okay with that. I support that. I have nothing but respect for people that disagree with me, that have a conscious mind to have an articulable argument against what I have to say. But if you're just a person that's just talking out the side of your neck, not saying nothing, don't have no values, have no core, you're just saying a lot of hot air, I have zero respect for you. You won't get no respect from your boy B. Tatum. But I'm coming up against the break. So if you want to call in at 844-900-7243. 844-900-7243. I'll catch you guys after the break.